The boardroom is tense, the air thick with anticipation. It's November 2011, and Anglo American has just acquired a controlling stake in De Beers. Executives glance at each other, knowing this deal could shift the balance of power in the diamond world forever. Centuries of control and influence hang in the balance. How has De Beers managed to manufacture scarcity in the diamond market for so long? In 1888, amidst the dusty plains of South Africa, the De Beers Group is born. Cecil Rhodes, the ambitious founder, envisions a company that would dominate the diamond industry. His vision isn't just about mining stones from the earth. It's about controlling the very perception of these gems. By 1902, De Beers controls a staggering 90% of the world's diamond production. The implications for ordinary people are profound. Diamonds, once rare and mysterious, become symbols of wealth and romance, their allure crafted as much by marketing as by nature. For decades, De Beers orchestrates scarcity, manipulating supply with an iron grip. The world believes in the rarity of diamonds, a belief carefully manufactured and maintained. But beneath the glittering surface, the first signs of change begin to emerge. A shift is on the horizon, one that could challenge everything De Beers has built. The year is 1926. Ernest Oppenheimer steps into the De Beers boardroom, eyes scanning the faces of seasoned executives. His election to the board marks the beginning of a new era. Oppenheimer, a man of vision and strategy, understands that controlling supply is only part of the equation. The other part? Demand. He knows that to maintain De Beers' dominance, he must embed the diamond in the very fabric of society. Under Oppenheimer's leadership, De Beers launches an unprecedented marketing campaign. The slogan, "A diamond is forever," echoes through the decades, embedding itself into the cultural psyche. The brilliance of the campaign lies not just in its words, but in its timing. As the world emerges from the shadows of war, people yearn for permanence, for symbols that withstand the ravages of time. The diamond becomes that symbol. Meanwhile, De Beers tightens its grip on supply. Mines across Africa are consolidated. Production is meticulously controlled. The illusion of scarcity is maintained through strategic stockpiling, ensuring that diamonds remain both desirable and unattainable for many. Oppenheimer's strategy is a masterstroke, and by the mid-20th century, De Beers' influence is unparalleled. Yet, as the 21st century approaches, whispers of change begin to circulate. The allure of the diamond faces new challenges. Economic downturns and shifting consumer preferences start to nibble at the edges of De Beers' empire. And then, a new rival emerges from the depths of innovation: lab-grown diamonds. In early 2025, the De Beers boardroom is tense. The numbers are grim, an 11% decline in rough diamond sales. The once unassailable empire feels the tremors of market shifts. The whispers of change have become a cacophony. The world isn't just changing, it's spinning in a direction De Beers can no longer control. The culprit, a 90% drop in the wholesale prices of lab-grown diamonds. These synthetic gems, once dismissed by purists, now threaten the very foundation of De Beers' strategy. The allure of natural diamonds, painstakingly crafted over decades, is being undermined by a new generation's preference for affordable, ethically sourced alternatives. On May 9, 2025, a decision is made that marks a turning point. De Beers announces plans to close Lightbox, its venture into lab-grown diamond jewelry. The move is drastic, a clear acknowledgement of a strategy that hasn't paid off. For De Beers, Lightbox was supposed to be a bridge to the future, a way to capture the shifting tides of consumer sentiment. Instead, it has become a costly experiment in a market spiraling beyond their control. The decision to close Lightbox is not just a business move, it's an admission of vulnerability. The company's grip on the diamond market, once ironclad, is slipping. De Beers is caught in a vice, squeezed by the relentless rise of lab-grown diamonds and the stubborn decline in rough diamond revenue. The boardroom, once filled with certainty, now buzzes with uncertainty and doubt. As the doors close on Lightbox, De Beers stands at a crossroads. The next move could redefine its future, but one thing is certain: the world of diamonds will never be the same. In the hushed corridors of De Beers' headquarters, the walls seem to close in as the weight of numbers presses down. The empire that once dictated the rhythm of the diamond market now finds itself on the defensive. Rough diamond revenue has plummeted by 44%, a stark indicator of the shifting landscape. The decision to shutter Lightbox, a venture that had promised to propel De Beers into the future, is a bitter pill to swallow. As the dust settles, Anglo American, the parent company, contemplates a future without its crown jewel. In May 2024, they announce intentions to spin off or sell De Beers, a move that sends shockwaves through the industry. This is no longer the De Beers of old, wielding power with an iron fist. The valuation, nearly £8 billion, reflects a legacy, but also a company at a crossroads. Meanwhile, the market for lab-grown diamonds surges. Lightbox, despite its closure, leaves a lasting impact. The price of these synthetic stones has dropped to $500 per carat, making them an attractive alternative for cost-conscious consumers. The allure of affordability and ethical sourcing captures the imagination of a new generation, leaving traditional diamond giants scrambling to adapt. In this new era, De Beers grapples with its identity. The market it once commanded now slips through its fingers, as lab-grown diamonds rise to prominence. The world watches, eager to see if De Beers can reinvent itself or if it will fade into the annals of history. The next chapter remains unwritten, but the stakes have never been higher. The De Beers saga is a masterclass in the dangers of complacency. For over a century, they dictated the diamond market, manufacturing scarcity to maintain control. But the game changed. The rise of lab-grown diamonds, driven by consumer demand for affordable and ethical options, caught them off guard. Their attempt to pivot with Lightbox faltered, revealing a vulnerability they never anticipated. Anglo American's decision to consider spinning off or selling De Beers shows the gravity of the situation. It's a stark reminder that even the mightiest can fall if they fail to adapt. The diamond market's future hangs in the balance, and De Beers must decide its role in this new world. The next move could change everything. In the echo of the boardroom's final decision, the truth crystallizes. De Beers' empire was built on scarcity, a carefully controlled illusion that once made diamonds synonymous with eternal value. But the game has changed. Lab-grown diamonds, with their promise of affordability and ethics, shattered that illusion. The Lightbox venture was a gamble that didn't pay off, exposing the cracks in De Beers' once unyielding facade. As Anglo American contemplates the company's fate, the question lingers. Can De Beers reinvent itself, or will it fade into history? The diamond market's future awaits a bold new chapter.